I just watched that scary movie, the original.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Did you ever see the E Trade commercials where it was the baby talking and he was
Oh
like,
yeah,
I just had one pop up on my Instagram feed today, and it was funny as hell. Yeah.
classic man,
Oh, they're
classic.
so good. Yeah.
One of my favorite commercials of all time. The guy's like riding the lawnmower and he's riding around all over the yard and he's like, it's like brand new tractor. He's like, brand new membership to the country club. Like that car in the driveway? Just got it. How do I do it? I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. I forget even what it was for, but it was brilliant. And it goes a lot. Like, I missed probably like 4 or 5 other things that the guy said, but one of my favorite all time commercials. Some of those just stick with you, man.
Yeah. Okay, so audio. Brian says we got an echo. Is it an echo on me or on Zach? I'm having problems with my audio, guys.
I don't hear it at all on my end anymore. We were
So drop
having
in
an
the
issue.
comments if y'all are hearing an echo. And if it's from me, probably from me. I'm having audio issues. Yeah, Elise says it's me. Damn it, they can hear it.
I don't hear it though. It's weird.
So Austin, I have a slight echo. I don't know what to do to get rid of it, guys. I've been trying here. Hold on.
Go into your audio settings and thing again in StreamYard.
Okay, hold on.
Tell me what. Here, wait. I'm gonna screenshot this for you.
Here, I just took.
This is what mine looked like. Oh, now I hear myself.
I just took it off. Do you guys hear an echo now?
I hear it now. I don't know if they do.
Yeah. Do y'all hear an echo? It says it's pretty bad. Damn it.
Now it's both of us.
What about
I just
that?
screenshot.
Okay, hold on. What about that? Does it sound better or worse? I just made a change. Take it off nightclub mode. I know. Sorry. Same. Okay. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna unplug this. I'm gonna unplug this mic and I'm gonna plug it back in. Maybe that'll do it. Like repower it up and down.
All right.
Here. You talk.
Yep. While we wait for Austin, guys, obviously we're here to talk about Bitcoin going crazy. Some altcoins going up. Bitcoin took a big fat dump here this afternoon, but then it's back. It dumped from like 34.5 all the way down to 33.2. But now we're back up to about 34 almost. So here, I'll take you guys. That's really bad. Can you share my screen? If you can hear me. All right, we'll take you guys inside the Bitcoin chart while Austin gets audio all squared away. So yeah, this is what we saw this afternoon. So there was news that came out. The reason why this dump happened, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet earlier. Let me set up another tab.
Is that better?
I can still hear a little echo. So this is what happened earlier. The ticker for BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF, IBTC, had been removed from the DTCC website. Immediately when that happened, we spiked down. And since then, we've come back a little bit. But, oh, that's really bad. Maybe unplug the mic altogether. Just go through your computer audio for a minute. Yeah, it was a healthy pullback, Travis, for sure. Yeah, pretty healthy pullback in my opinion. I mean, here's the big thing now that we're looking at, right? If we go into the one day, I said this on my live stream this morning. You know, if we're looking at this, obviously our big resistance was right here at 31.8. Okay, we got up to 31 a couple different times this year, got pushed back down. We're hoping now that I can hear myself real bad. We're hoping now that
I guess I'm just gonna have to mute and I'll just jump in occasionally.
We're hoping now that this resistance at 31.8 becomes support, right? So this line basically right here was our resistance. We're hoping that line now becomes support. And if that's the case, I mean, here's where we are today, right? I mean, so even if we started to trend down a little bit and hung out here at 32,000, I'd be happy with that. As we, close out October, that would be a great move, a great month, breaking resistance, gearing up for obviously 2024, which will have the Bitcoin halving. But I mean, there are a lot of people out there, for the same amount of people who say we can come back down and even to 25,000, a lot of people say we're going to 40. So if you guys,
I'm gonna get my laptop and try that.
Okay. If you guys look at Michael Van de Pope's Twitter today, he's a big bull still. Let's see what he's saying lately here. 3 hours ago, clearly Bitcoin's currently in an upwards trend. Does that mean you'll need to buy here? Probably not the best ROI, as upside is relatively capped and the EV to take the long. Bitcoin at 31.1 and 31.8 is a must hold. So we must hold in between that level, similar to what we just said. We need to turn that former resistance into support, and probably 4 to 8% dips are entries toward 38K. So basically, these could be entry points for us to continue the rally here, he thinks, within the next 2 to 4 weeks. That was this tweet right here. Actually, no, there's another one. This is a good one, though, too. Bitcoin did hold above 30,002, starting to break the yearly high. This was in the wee hours of the morning. As long as we stay above 31, everything is all right, and we'll see 40K this year. Times are good. Buy the dips. So this was 12 hours ago. Bitcoin hits 35,000 overnight, reaches new yearly high. Spot ETF has 99% chance to be approved. By the way, we're going to talk about that, guys, in this one. We're going to talk about the spot Bitcoin ETF. I know Austin found some good content this morning, shared it with me. Basically, there's a lot of word on the street that basically everything is trending towards getting this thing approved really, really soon. Michael Van de Pope, again, analyst we really trust and listen to quite a lot, says a 99% chance to be approved. Doesn't give a timetable on it, but I've heard a lot of people say the next 3 to 6 months, and maybe even by the end of the month. We're going to talk about that later on in the stream. Matter of time until altcoins will be picking up pace. So I talked a lot about this on my morning live stream. If you guys didn't catch this, what I was saying is these altcoins are still so undervalued, right? Even if you take a look at some of the top altcoins out there, like Cardano, for example. Let me take you inside here. We take a look at Cardano. Now, Bitcoin obviously set its yearly high, right? I mean, it's already past its yearly high. But with like Cardano, for example, take out the ruler here. We're here. Our yearly high is 64% away. Our yearly high is up here at 46 cents. So we still got a lot of room to run on a lot of these altcoins. And usually altcoin season hits when Bitcoin sets new all-time highs or local highs, and then slowly that money starts to siphon back up into altcoins, right? Slowly but surely that capital starts to rotate over. Here's a great example of what I'm talking about. Take a look at Polygon Math.
Better?
Yes. A lot better. Hopefully the audience.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having some serious issues with streaming. How are we doing? Is that better, guys? Give me an audio check.
It's way better on my end.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm trying to get this.
No, you're good.
Nope, not any better. Something's wrong with my audio. My audio is jacked.
I understand that.
Is that better?
What does it sound? Oh, no.
Is that better?
I can still hear me talking now. Feedback.
All
Actually,
right, turn it down a little bit. Is that better?
It's just echo. Do you have the echo canceling?
Yes.
Off or on?
On. If I turn it off, it really bounces back.
That sounds good for me.
Okay.
That sounds good on my end.
I'm going to try not to talk a lot.
That might have fixed it. Does that sound all right to you guys? It sounds good on my end.
I've got the volume all the way down, guys. So.
Yeah, I did see Corey Dojal on Mars was pumping today. I love it. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Polygon Matic is 146% away from its local high, not all-time high, just the high we had back in February, which is crazy. So we still have a ton of these altcoins undervalued right now, even with this pump. What mic are you using? Lawn Dart asks.
Well, this one I have to use the built-in.
Did you?
No.
Did you get my message I sent you?
Talking to me?
Yeah. Is that what your StreamYard settings look like? That's what mine look like using my Shure mic.
Yeah, but let me try.
So, I mean, that should be. I mean, if you just did what I did using the Shure mic, I don't know why. Unless it's something on your actual audio settings on the computer. Which I can send you a screenshot of that too. Let me see.
Is that better?
Guys, we're trying to figure this out. I got myself now.
I've already left and rejoined, guys. How's that?
Hello?
Does that work?
I can hear myself still. Yeah, it sounds like there's two mics on. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Can you hear me now?
Very faintly. I'm calling the IT guy now, Lee said.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Shit. Anybody have anything? Hold on, let me see here. Sound. What's your sound input? Make sure it's on Shure mic if you have your Shure mic, like on the actual computer. Here, I'll screenshot.
Hello.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Double voice.
Does that sound any better?
Hello?
Is that work? Yes.
That sounds way better on my end.
Does that sound better?
Now I'm messing up. It says it's back feeding.
I did restart my computer. I'm gonna restart this laptop. I'll be back.
All right. If there's any audio technicians in the house, let us know what's going on. It sounds better than before, Jose said. But still an echo. Here, is this what your settings look like on your computer? That's input. And that's output. I mean, if you have that and the same setting, we have the same mic, so like, that should be everything it could be. Do you have the video capture mic on and the separate mic on? Baby Shark says. All right, we'll see if he comes back. Does this sound okay, guys? Let me know. I think I'm okay. I think it's just Austin's feedback. Did he check for any system updates? Probably not. You know how he is. He's an old guy. He's not good with tech, you know? Got to hold him in when it comes to tech. All right, so point of the story here is Polygon Matic Cardano, a lot of these altcoins, guys, super, super undervalued still. And I think eventually we're going to see a rotation of money. What's been the big story all year is that Bitcoin has been basically dominant. Like nothing else has been doing anything. All of the money has been, shuffling into Bitcoin this year since we started back at, 15,800, 16,000 to start the year. And we're slowly seeing some of that money. We've seen Solana run up. But really, when we look at Solana's run up, guys, I mean, it's basically just getting back to where it was before the FTX debacle. Like the reason why Solana's running up so hard, in my opinion, is because it sold off so hard. It sold off so hard with the FTX stuff, and now we're just getting back to some normalcy. Like before the FTX stuff, Solana was up here like right around 30 to 35 bucks. Like we're right back up there. Right? So we're seeing that happen. Now, there has been some interesting movement with Chainlink. I will say that. There has been some interesting movement with Chainlink, especially here in the last month. Crazy. We came up from less than $6 not too long ago. I can hear myself. Back on September 11th, we were at 570, and yeah, I can hear myself feedback. How does it sound now? Let's ask the people. Is
that bad? I think it's still feedback.
Sounds good. Whatever it is right now, it sounds good.
Okay. In the audience,
I think we're good.
Does it sound good or bad? Boca. Still has an echo.
Still has an echo.
I don't know what to do, dude. All right, I've done everything I can. So I can just stay here, and if you want me to answer or say anything, I'll mute.
Sounds better, Travis said. Okay. All right. I wonder if I mute. Here, hold on. Let me think of something. Go ahead. You talk now.
Hello? Can y'all hear me? Does that sound better? See, now I don't hear the echo. I'm not playing myself on another tab. Thanks. That's a good idea, but no. Headset. I don't have a headset. Zach just muted. They say that's better. See, that's what's weird. See, Zach, it's bouncing back to you when you muted. That's better. That's weird.
So we literally have to mute and unmute. Right? I mean, I guess that's...
That's a pain in the ass.
What the hell could cause that? Any technician out there know? I just thought maybe that would do it. I don't know. All right, Austin, I'm going to bring this up, and you break this down for them. I'm going to mute. Because this was something big that you covered this morning.
Yeah. So what this is, guys, this is proof, if you will, that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is definitely coming. We all know that it is. But what this is Scott Johnson went out and looked at the S1 amendment filing from BlackRock and found that they are looking to seed with cash this month. Now, this basically, again, points to some major things. Points to the fact that the Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock is probably not as far away. And I've heard rumors that we could be worst case looking at January 10th. So I know, Zach, you were talking about it earlier, 3 to 6 months, things of that nature. So I've heard other rumors that we could be looking at January 10th for approval. Ultimately, the SEC has to formally approve. But in this, if you click on that image, Zach, this shows this is actually the S1 filing in the amendment, in basically saying that BlackRock is looking to that one right there. Yeah, that BlackRock is looking to start seed funding for their Bitcoin ETF. Okay. And so obviously everybody's really got eyes on BlackRock, but you also know that there's other major companies out there like ARK, I think Fidelity, probably everybody else. A is looking to probably start seed funding earlier rather than later. And B, it is the Bitcoin ETF hype, if you will, and the euphoria that has been fueling the rally for the last 36 hours for all of crypto. So we got a lot of big stuff here. Now, Boca says November 9th is a key date for the SEC Ripple issue. Yep. I'm aware of that, Boca. So thanks for that. So yeah, so that's what's going on, guys. So Zach, I'm going to mute since we got to do this dog tag dog, whatever, you know what I'm saying. All right, go.
Let's just try this now. All right, let's try to both talk just for the hell of it.
Talk.
I changed one setting on my end.
Oh, I don't hear the feedback anymore. It's not bouncing.
How does that
Is that
sound,
better, guys?
I think we might have fixed it.
So somebody drop in the comments. Boca, does that sound good?
I had the Midas touch, and I just kind of.
Now we're both good.
Both good.
What did you do? Whatever you did, write that shit down, man.
I had the Midas touch. All right, I figured it out.
All right.
All right. Well, that's good. We figured that out.
Every now and then, Zach's good for something.
You did it, Rod said. Nice.
You did it.
Let's go. Let's go. We're back. All right.
All right. So yeah. So what's your opinion on this scenario playing out here, Zach? The seed round funding, obviously Bitcoin ETFs. That's the hype. That's the reason $100+ billion has flown into all of crypto. It's craziness. Yeah.
100%. I think. I think there's definitely some market manipulation going on here too. Like, I don't know if you saw this from before, or you might have jumped out for a sec. Where the hell is it? Hold on, I'll find it. Oh, that was it. Oh, of course, this right here. So the ticker for BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF IBTC has been removed from the DTCC website. It's like, this was kind of the news that came out yesterday, that it was listed on there, and then they delisted it. And look what the market did after that. Like, what the hell? Like, as soon as that came out, we got this big sell-off. Here, go to the 1 hour. Got that big red candle, and now we're bouncing back off it. But I think you're right. I think it's a matter of time. I think it's coming. I think this is why you make Bitcoin the backbone of your portfolio. And eventually, a lot of this capital that's coming into Bitcoin will slowly rotate into the altcoins. I do. I think eventually it's going to come into Cardano, Polkadot, XRP. We're looking at Solana. It's been really solid, but I think a lot of that is just because how bad it was down from the whole FTX stuff. It's basically getting back to where it was, and where it would be kind of in a normal bear market.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look, like if you just pull up CoinMarketCap, I know you got it out there on Chainlink. Pull up CMC and just go to the regular coin, just the main view. I think you already are seeing. Now, I didn't take a snapshot of like what Ethereum's, as an example, right? What Ethereum's market cap was before 36 hours ago. We know that 130 or $40 billion has flown into crypto. But, what was Ethereum's market cap before? I didn't take a snapshot of it 36 hours ago. But my point to you is that we're seeing it across the board. 9% up in Cardano, 9% in Solana just in the last 36 hours. XRP obviously hitting 57 cents. So I think that, yes, Bitcoin ETF hype is here, but it's exactly, Zach, what you and I talk about all the time, is that you are going to see that spillover. You're going to see that money. I mean, SHIB's up 5-6+%, So the money's flowing in, but I think it's cautious money. You can already see it backing away a little bit. If you go back out to CoinMarketCap there, you can see that we're only up like 6.8%, whatever that number at the very top. Yeah, right there, 6.3. We've been as high as 10% up, 9.95 in the last 24 to 36 hours. So I think this is kind of the expected. We need to pull back, plateau, consolidate a little bit, hopefully not give up a tremendous amount of room here and go backwards. The fear now is that Bitcoin slides back below 30,000. And then see right there, to your point, greed, right? I think, in the RSI for Bitcoin, probably right now, I haven't looked at it, probably shows overbought, So we will see some pullback here. It's just a matter of how much, you know.
And Michael Van de Pope, somebody we really watch a lot and listen to a lot. He thinks the next 2 to 4 weeks we could see Bitcoin make a run at 38 to 40,000, but there's going to be some pullbacks. There's going to be some dips. That's awesome because it presents an opportunity for everybody out there who missed this little, charge up. And again, we're looking at 31,800. That's the crucial level that we broke through. So now what we want to do is turn that former resistance into support. So don't be surprised if we come back down to 32,000, 31.8. And if we do, and we hold the line there, you bet your ass I'm buying. I'm buying there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the key is going to be to see how we play for the rest of the week, and I think you have to expect that we're going to see the markets cool and or slide a little bit back into the red, because you just can't go up forever. And, like, again, Mina, see, like right there, Mina's was 100% up. It's pulled back to, 60%. Pepe was what, 35 plus? You covered it earlier this morning,
Yep. Come back down a little bit.
Yeah. So you're starting to see that kind of, that kind of pullback, if you will, cooling,
I mean, but here's the great thing, in my opinion, right? It's like, okay, Ethereum bounces back, it's up a little bit, but we're not setting all-time highs for the year.
No.
We're not setting yearly highs yet. If you guys remember, we were up over 2,000 twice this year. I know it sounds like, forever ago, but back in July, look at this. We were over $2,000.
Right.
Back in April, we were over $2,000. I mean, we were over $2,000 here twice. So we still got some room here. And the same thing could be said. I mean, obviously XRP, that's kind of an outlier. It ran up like, absolute freaking bananas on the news in July. Solana, we kind of talked about the thesis there. It's kind of getting back to normal levels. It's been really hot as of late. But take Cardano, for example. Okay, yeah, it's on a little bounce or whatever. But I mean, the yearly high is 45 cents. We got a lot of room there. I mean, and I think this is good because we're not full-fledged bull yet, but I think we're going to look back 3 years from now, 2 years from now, and say October 2023 was the year that it was starting. We might not be able to even feel that once we get into like November, December. It'll feel like we kind of gave it back maybe or something if we have a little bit of a red day or red week or whatever. But I do think this is kind of the start of it. And now I think it's all about like, where can we kind of top out and consolidate and hopefully not give it all back, right?
Yep. Oh, hey, Angela's in the house. What's up, Foxy?
What's up?
What's happening? How's it going today?
Thought we talked about crypto for a little bit,
Pull up Foxy's channel. What are your thoughts on all of the movement, Foxy?
I'm cautious.
Cautiously
I'm
optimistic.
cautious. I'm cautiously optimistic for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to sustain. Because I mean, really, nothing's really changed in the overall, like, the macro, right? So I just don't know. We don't have the ETF approval yet, but I definitely think that there's a lot of money sitting on the sidelines waiting to get in still. That's my opinion.
There.
So Angela, the 130 billion, give or take, that's come in the last 24 plus hours. Do you believe that is BlackRock buying some Bitcoin for obviously their Bitcoin ETF and or ARK or some of the other guys, and B, where that, if not, what some of that, I know some of that money is retail, but what do you think the bulk of that is?
I think a lot of it is institutional. I think that, definitely Bitcoin, ARK, Grayscale, all them guys are probably buying. Not so much right now since it already pumped. I think they're probably going to wait because I don't know, like they haven't actually approved the ETF yet. So I do anticipate it coming back down a little bit. And I think they'll probably continue their buying pressure again. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and there's some people out there that both Zach and I follow. I know I used to look at some of them that are saying kind of the number now is 26.5. We could see Bitcoin, if we do see a pullback, that's kind of our baseline. Worst case 25, and so I think there's that in play too. I think that's for what it's going to come down to for me is when we do pull back, how far back do we go, and that'll be very telltale. I think. Because I still think here's what I'm still concerned with. if you look at it, Angela, and you alluded to this or you mentioned it, nothing's really changed. At the end of the day, the landscape, the financial landscape has not changed. We still have November 1 Fed meeting coming up. They're probably going to raise the rate. All those inflation reports came in a little bit hotter than expected. The jobs report, CPI, PPI, XYI.
OPP, yeah, you know me. Yeah.
OPP.
Yeah.
Start making up acronyms and shit, But
Yeah.
I think they're gonna. I think that, but nothing's changed, right? There's still. I think what you saw in the last 36 hours was institutional money. Yes, I think BlackRock. Yes, but I also think you saw FOMO.
FOMO, 100%.
Yeah. And I agree with some of the people in the audience there too. I think BlackRock has been filling their bags. I agree. Who is that? CODM. I think they were filling their bags early. I think a lot of this is recycled money. You're looking at tech stocks. I pulled up Tesla here. Tesla's down 15%. So if you're somebody who likes high risk, you like tech stocks and crypto. When tech stocks are down, where are you going to put your money? You're going to put it in crypto. So you see a lot of money like rotate from tech stocks, the risky side of the stock market, back into crypto, and then back into stocks and back into crypto. Because I think you're right. I don't think we have the retail money yet fully back, and nothing's really fundamentally changed. So like, where's this capital coming from? I think there definitely could be some capital coming from the stock market, and it coincides with Tesla's earning calls that were terrible, the stock market taking a hit, a bad report saying inflation's still too high, we're nowhere near our numbers, right? And it's kind of a direct correlation, I think, with stock market's nowhere to be found right now. It's not a good place to hold my money, especially if I like risk. Let me go see if we can chase Bitcoin a little bit. And I think it was kind of the perfect storm with ETF rumors and all of that. But I do think if we get the ETF, like the sooner we get that, the more realistic this rally will continue, though, right? I mean, I think if that news came out tomorrow, like, what happens to Bitcoin? What do you guys think?
I mean, I'll go first. I mean, here's what I think. If the ETF got approved tomorrow, well, first I want to talk about, somebody mentioned earlier, that they're filling their bags. BlackRock got caught, and caught's not the right word. People who track wallets and things like that. I mean, they're on record as that they've been filling their bags. They bought at least another $100 to $200 million worth of Bitcoin through third-party intermediaries. Period. End of story. So they've been doing that. But beyond that, I think if the Bitcoin ETF got approved tomorrow, I think what you just witnessed in the last 36 hours is a very small microcosm of what would happen. You would see major, I'm going to use one word, FOMO. Yes, institutional money and all blah, 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 and all that stuff. But it will be FOMO like you have never seen before, because you're talking about global, worldwide media coverage in every single major crypto. It's not just going to be Bitcoin. And we already saw it. I mean, XRP going up, everything, SHIB going up 6+% on no news. This is absolutely a small version of what will happen. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Angela, go ahead. You want to add anything?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, I think there's still money sitting on the sidelines, right? And I think once we see an ETF approval, I think we're going to see a massive jump. And I still don't know if it's going to sustain, though, just because the whole macro, right? Like, we still have high inflation, we still have um, real estate and all that stuff yet to really pop and stuff. I just don't know. Like, I'm normally a really bullish person, but I just don't believe it yet.
Well, but because as
That's just my
Angela,
opinion.
to your point earlier, the underlying fundamental principles have not changed. The inflation is still here. We still have less money at the end of the day after we pay mortgage, rent, food, gas, etc. Period.
Yeah.
And actually, on a side note, there's a guy I saw on Instagram. He did this deal where a year ago he went to Costco, and you could, or Sam's, one of them, and he took pictures of what prices were, and then he went back just now and he had these pictures, and he's like, this whole inflation's up 6, 7, 8% is bullshit, because they were like 25, 30% up.
Right.
I
caught some of that too. Yeah, it was insane. It was like oil or something. It was like, olive oil went from this to this. It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest one, eh?
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but
I went to buy a tub of margarine at Walmart there the
Tub
other
of
day,
margarine.
like that big or whatever, and it was like $16.99 Canadian. And I was like, that's like more than somebody makes an hour.
I-
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's insane.
But
Yeah.
that,
I
but Zach,
think, yeah,
but you take this and run with this. The underlying financial scenario has not changed.
yep.
And whether or not that will be, do you think that'll hold us back from
Well,
running?
here's the interesting thing, though. Okay, so if you go back to the regional banking crisis this year,
Okay.
right? I mean, that was probably the peak of, whatever you call this, shit, peak shit. It was peak shit time,
Peak shit.
right? Peak shit time. Regional. Oh my god, every bank's collapsing. Oh my gosh, we're all done, right? What did Bitcoin do? It went on a run. Crypto went on a run.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because there's always been this narrative: can crypto be a hedge against inflation? And I don't think we're there yet. I mean, because you're talking about Bitcoin only being a $700 billion market cap. Gold's a $10 trillion market cap, 11 trillion maybe now. I think it's been doing pretty decent actually last year. So eventually I think we'll get there, but it's like, when will that turning point be? Because eventually these type of economic times should be good for crypto. Maybe we're starting to see that a little bit because we saw it a little bit earlier this year. I mean, what do you guys think? Is it still too early? Does Bitcoin still need to mature a bit? Or do you think some people will go ahead and say, okay, my money in a bank, I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, for the little money I do have, you know what? I'm going to go throw it into Bitcoin. At least I got a chance.
My 2 cents is this. I think if you continue with the narrative of the fact that the underlying, and I'm really going to just take the average person has less money, and I'm really going to use one word: fear. And I'm so freaking tired of using that word in videos. I'm actually would love the day I can make videos and not talk about fear, uncertainty, and blah blah blah. That would be amazing.
Right.
But I think the fear is still there, and I think that's the key. Is I think if we got a Bitcoin ETF tomorrow in November, January 10th, we're going to see a massive spark, and we will move up. I think you'll see crypto maybe go north of 2 trillion in market capitalization off of that news. But I think a lot of that will be institutional money flowing in, and a certain amount of money of retail money, big whale retail money, and to an extent, a smaller subset of just regular people like us who are willing to go and put that foot forward. But I think at the end of the day, the question is, the millions and hundreds of millions of other investors out there who are still sitting on the sidelines, what will they do? I think that's, to me, the X factor. I think a lot of them will come in, FOMO in, which we all talk about all the time. They shouldn't be doing. They should be buying now. And then it's whether or not it's sustainable. And that's what nobody knows, is if that massive bulk of hundreds of millions of people who've all got their money stuffed under their mattress, or they're holding onto it with a freaking death grip, will put money in.
I'd like to see underneath Austin's mattress.
It's
Always talk
really
about this money under the
really
mattress,
funny.
and I'm like,
I have one of those
Where
sleep
is
number airs, the sleep number beds. The air, just air, and just money floats inside of it. I'm kidding.
is there like an Austin like preset? It's like Austin's naps.
They're really soft. I like my mattresses soft. Okay, so let's get off this subject because y'all could do so many jokes.
But I think the subject of inflation, Austin, is really important because I think what people want to hear, what they need to hear, is like, okay, like, what's the plan right now? Like, what should we be doing, right? And I think this conversation is like for all of us and for everybody out there listening, like, what are you doing right now? Like, what should we be doing? Because there are still these fears of like 2024, we're going to have a recession, even though we had a technical recession, in 2022, but it wasn't the bad recession that could be coming in 2024.
Go ahead, Angela.
Oh boy.
If you want
to talk about, but it's like, we have to address it. I mean, because I'm always under the kind of like feeling of, okay, let's prepare for the worst, hope for the best, right? At least then if it happens, we're in the best situation that we can be in.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of approaching that with I'm going to keep some, capital on the sidelines, but I'm going to take these opportunities to try and, maybe do some shorter trades just to see where things go, right? I'm not long so much yet. I have my stuff I've been hanging on to for quite some time, right? But I'm not opening anything new long really right now. I might make a few shorter trades. I just want to wait and see.
Yeah, I want to reiterate that. I think that's good. I think, you in some vein, you should have a longer term proverbial bag where you've bought the blue chip assets, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, and, so forth and so on. And I think in that, you know, in that strategy, you're not so much worried about right now. It depends upon what your cost basis was, what did you buy Ethereum or Bitcoin at, et cetera. But you're looking for those massive long-term gains when, after the halving and, Bitcoin's 150,000 and so forth and so on, right? Which I believe is going to happen. I think that's fundamentally there. And I agree. I think fundamentally though, Zach, we haven't said this, but I think it comes back to, I think everybody in the room, bears and bulls, agree that 24 and into 25, we have a bull run coming, period. I think, I think that's one thing that even bears agree to, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's because of Bitcoin ETF, it's because of Bitcoin halving and all that kind of shit. But at the end of the day, I still wonder what I really wonder about is those hundreds of millions of retail investors with their $200 or $300. Am I or am I not going? And those people make up a fairly large chunk, and they're not here yet.
Well,
And
I agree with you. And let's just kind of look back a little bit into 2021. Like, how did the bull market really start? The money printers were just printing away, right? I mean,
okay.
everybody had, a check coming from the government. Well, you know what I'm doing with that? I'm putting that thing in crypto, baby. Right?
And nobody's going out. Nobody's, spending money on
No, nobody.
entertainment because you'd have nowhere to go,
Great point.
Well,
It was
that's
a
a good
perfect
point.
storm.
But I don't think you're going to see any shutdowns, at least unless we get some cataclysmic version of whatever the hell that was, COVID, right? And I think
whatever the hell that was.
yeah, those rumblings and rumors and blah 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 are all kind of there. But I mean, you raised a good point. People were bored, and that's what sparked the last one. And they had the $1,200 check from the proverbial government, and which, by the way, just pisses me off because, like, if we're going to print more money, we are literally creating more of an inflation problem down the road that we're going to be dealing with even more. It's just, so
it's a vicious cycle.
Oh,
it is. And but they're not going to stop. I mean, so we almost have to root for them. Yeah, they created it, and it's like this is how they've gotten richer and richer and richer. They're not going to stop it. We almost have to root for it, though. We almost have to root for them to turn the money printers back on. Am I wrong? Like,
it was definitely good for crypto.
Yeah,
I mean, we can all agree with that, right?
Yeah, because it was literally free money. Somebody would get $1,200 checks. My niece is in her late 20s. She got like $4 or $5 grand, and she worked at like a hotel. She kept, and she got to the point where she didn't even have to go to work. I mean, that's just, and she was the first to admit it was ludicrous. I firsthand saw that, right? And she was like, "This is ridiculous," But the point was, it was free. It was free money that everybody then went, "Oh, I'll go buy a $500 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever."
Never free though.
I know in Canada, people were making more money staying home than they were going to work. Like, they were giving people a wage that was well above like minimum wage to stay home.
I think that's still an issue, just as the current system's in place. I mean, one of the biggest issues that we're seeing right now, is unemployment is still really low. And like what the feds are doing, it's supposed to, and I know this isn't a good thing necessarily, but you're supposed to see people losing jobs when the feds cut interest rates, and it's not happening. It's not happening. So why is that? I mean, I don't know.
The only political thing you'll ever hear me say is the current regime in the United States wants people on to not work.
I know what you want to say. Just say it.
I so want to say
it. I know. I'm
going to say it.
Say it before. Just say it, damn it.
I'm going to say it.
What?
They want you on the
government.
You guys fill in the blank. What'd you do when you were a baby? What'd you do when you were a baby?
Oh, it just drives me crazy, But that's the thing, right? I mean, and I know there's other reasons why they want, unemployment to be, higher, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that's the point. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Go ahead.
It's stressful, but it's also opening the door for massive opportunities. Like that we cannot deny, because like the worst times economically have always been followed by big periods of growth, right? I mean, every single time in history we've had like these terrible, terrible episodes. Like remember the Roaring 20s, right? I mean, nobody remembers it, I don't think, here on the stream, but
I do.
Well, I mean,
You're, what are you now? 120?
100 look good for 130. Austin, you look like
Pretty
shit for
sure.
54, but for 130, you look amazing. You know,
he created the sleep number bid.
exactly. It did. That's where I
At
really
My
got all my
Pillow.
money. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, we do have good times ahead, and I know that's cliche or whatever, but it's the truth. So it's like you have a couple choices. You can crawl up and say, "Holy shit, I'm done. I'm gonna go sleep for a while," or you could try to take advantage of this and try to come up with any excess money you can, take on another job, or try to start a side hustle, and anything, right? I mean, especially to just, I think now's the time to kind of cut back spending, right? It's just in case this does get a little worse in 2024, you have a little extra money on the sidelines to go throw it, Bitcoin or whatever it is, stock market or whatever, whatever it is you want to invest in.
Yeah, I know. And I think, I go back to your original question, Zach, kind of like, what should you do right now? I think, truth, because you and I were having this conversation yesterday, right?
Yep.
About you should be taking advantage of short-term opportunities. And we have one right here where we've seen everything up 9, 10, 12 plus percentage points. Like Zach, if I do, so that should be you driving, like pull up anything on TradingView, Bitcoin. And, like, guys, this is a blatant plug. I'm going to tell you straight up. This is our software. It's a good way, like right there, put a ruler on that.
Yep.
So this
I'll
is a
show you
good
guys.
way to identify short-term opportunities.
Here, let me just go to the Binance chart there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, I made a trade at 27,000 Bitcoin. This was a little bit above it, and I'm in that trade right now. I put 5,000 in.
You didn't get it. You need to re-grab it.
Where the hell's there it goes.
One click, you don't hold.
Yeah.
There we go.
Come on. Guy can't even do, just he's technically challenged. But the point here is, like, this is an example
right now. Yeah.
Well, this is an example. Use somebody's software. You want to use ours, fine. You want to use somebody else's, use somebody's trading indicator to at least give you some insight into when to buy and sell. And this is an example, real time, what is it, daily? Is that on the daily? What is that?
Yeah, let me go to the daily. It's the same thing's going to be there for you. Actually, I think it's even a better move. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, like on the daily chart there, that's
you're in the midst of a 20% move right now.
Yeah, and that's probably about I looked at that earlier. That's a 7-day move. So our software signaled that it was time to buy. It gave a buy alert. But this goes, Zach, to your point, right? And by the way, links in the description below if you're watching on Zach or my channel. If you want to go pick that software up, there's a discount code. Blah 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 blah. But
It does work.
Use something to give you some insights, because otherwise you are blind. You don't know when you should buy, or that there was an opportunity for Solana. Our software signaled 10 days ago, and it's like 40+% up. I mean,
there's been some great opportunities
that can give you that short-term leverage and action, Yeah,
Solana's offered two different trades here since June. I mean, two great opportunities. One here. I mean, this was a little shorter move, but still 20% is 20%, right? Just following this momentum up, momentum down. This is on the daily chart too, guys. I mean, this is, if you're somebody who doesn't want to day trade and you're in the midst of a trade right now,
that's 40%
move right there. If you're somebody who doesn't want to like watch like crazy, which I think this is us. I think we're more swing traders. We're not sitting there like all day, every day. I mean, you could do that. You could throw our algo XT or X1 into into a 1 minute time frame if you want, and start scalping 1%, 2%. But if you're more, a little bit more laid back and you're like, hey, let's get into a trade and for a week or two or something like that, I'd go to the daily. And there you go. Solana's offered two great opportunities now just since June. And it might not sound like much, but hey, 20% here, 20% there. You start doing a few of those a month, and all of a sudden you got a nice little side hustle. Speaking about making some extra money to invest in the long term, there you go.
Well, I think
as long as you're taking profits too.
Well,
you have to remember to take
that's
profit.
the point. I mean, again, here's what I would say, right? And yes, I love our software. We spent a ton of money having developed it. Works, but use ours, use somebody else's. But a trading indicator is not a magical silver bullet. It does help you give you additional insight that instead, otherwise you're flying blind. You literally you don't know what the hell is going on when you should buy or sell or have any help at all. And I think that's what I really wanted to get at is that, Zach, this goes back to your point is that, oh my God, I missed Bitcoin or I missed Solana pump. Okay, fine. Yes, you missed it right here in the last 10 days, but it's going to hit a point where our software where Solana, as an example, is going to turn. It's going to say, okay, now it's time to sell. And now you're waiting for that move down and you're waiting for that next time when you can get in. I think people are always afraid that I've missed that Solana boat or that Bitcoin boat or that Cardano or extra. I missed it. I'm out. I can never do it again. That's not true. There's always these little cycles, these little up and down cycles. And that's what I think trading indicator software does help you with. And yes, we have one. If you want to use ours, then check it out. But if you use somebody's, at least get the extra help. If you're here to make money in crypto, why not take advantage and help yourself? That's all. I mean, yes, I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
No, and you
100%.
should be. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can minimize your losses too by having those notifications turned on and, getting notified that, there's a potential move down coming up and you can, take some profits and then reinvest it when it goes back and when we get another momentum up movement, right?
Yep.
Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I caught the bottom or, I made, 20, 30%. And it's like, okay, but did you take profits? Well, no.
They
Okay, well
held it.
then you
They
just
held it
drop
all the
back
way
down
back
again.
down.
Exactly. We're all guilty of that, right?
Oh yeah.
100%. 100%. And I think the other thing too, some people will say, well, I got out too early. I missed another 10% of gains. Who cares? Like
Doesn't
a win's
matter.
a win. I think you have to get you got to get by the emotional side of it, right? And just say, okay, I'm going to just stack up small wins, small wins, small wins, and those stack up, right? Like, don't get frustrated if you make a 10% swing trade and you get out and then it goes up another 5% or whatever. That's okay. Like you
You
won.
still made 10. Yeah, you
Correct.
still won. You gotta
still won.
celebrate your wins too.
Yep, 100%. Chainlink's been another great one to trade too. This is, here's a little move right here. 11% from June 25th to August 15th, still it's 11%. Now this one we're in right now, really nice. Momentum up here, currently sitting at a 44% move since our indicator flashed there under $7. Love it.
Yep. So, Angela, Bitcoin halving May timeframe. What do you think we're going to see price of Bitcoin? I think the numbers I'm hearing kind of consistently are 130,000 plus in and around that. Do you believe that's going to happen? By the way, this is Angela's channel. Zach, can you drop a link or somebody drop a link to her channel? Y'all need to go like and subscribe her channel. There you go.
The best exchange to go with X1 Algo. So Baby Shark, number one, go to xtalgo.com, not x1algo.com.
Oh shit.
X1's fine too. X1. But no, so there's no exchange. That was TradingView. So we show you how to do that. As soon as you get all set up, don't worry. We have a step-by-step and we'll get you all squared away. And then if you have any questions, you can email us and we'll get you all set up. So but yeah, you can use it on TradingView, and then wherever you do your trading, that'll be your exchange or whatever. I just wanted to hit that. I saw that comment.
Yep. So Angela, what do you think? What do you think the price is going to be?
Price of Bitcoin. Well, I think the pump always comes afterwards, right? So are you talking about like towards maybe the end of 2024 or?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that's the key, right? Nobody really knows when. I think 135,000 and what I'm saying is in and around the halving.
In and around the halving. Okay.
In and around. That's Austinism. In and around. Yeah.
I think we could see a run up, the big with the ETF. That's the thing, right? If we get the ETF, I could easily see, 40,000, right? We get into the halving, we could start, moving up maybe even to around 50. I think we're going to get over 100. I don't know about the 200, and I see a lot of price predictions in that, but I'm just hoping for breaking the all-time high, the last all-time high, and going a little bit further. I'm hoping for about 100K, to be honest with you, a little over 100, maybe 120.
Cautiously optimistic.
I'm cautiously optimistic. Yeah.
Zach, what do you think?
So we're just saying like the end of 2024.
When do you think Bitcoin's going to hit 130,000? That's the question.
130,000. Either late 2024 into 2025. Probably into 2025.
Yep, I would tend to agree with that. And then you have to know that there's going to be an 80% pullback at some point, because Bitcoin's done it time and time and time again. And everybody will be screaming, "Oh my God, Bitcoin's a scam. Oh my God, it sucks." It just
and we could still be in a bull run. I mean, look, remember this shit that happened. Remember we were right here on the chart, we were way up here, almost got to 6K, and then we dumped all the way to 32. We're like, bear market's setting in, bull market's over. Nope.
And then we went up, and then we came back down.
And we
Right back down.
Yeah. I think 67,000 is, I'm going to go out on a limb. 67,000 by the halving is not unreasonable, because you will have had by then ETF euphoria. We will be well into ETF approval, land. And I think I love that. I love that Kathy.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
I love Kathy Wood. And by the way, one of the smartest ladies out there in the financial markets, period. So, but I love that she's out there saying that. That would be
Although
insane.
by 2030, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, we'll have another halving by then. So,
I mean, when you consider like Bitcoin got to what did it get? 69,000? 67,000.
Yeah.
With like, how much of that was institutional money versus retail money?
It was all retail.
Mostly.
I mean,
right? I mean, no, you have some institution-ish. Like Michael Saylor. I mean, would you consider him a person or institute? You know what I mean? Like, what do you consider that guy?
Tesla.
Yeah. And Tesla.
Yeah, but what they own relative to the overall market cap. I mean, yes, they're institutional money, right? And by the way, there's a list out there of major companies and what Bitcoin they own. Somebody go, maybe Boca or somebody go pull it up, or Angela, maybe, whatever, if you can. But there is a list, and we know that Tesla and MicroStrategy, and all those are the big guys. But I think, Zach, you hit the nail on the head. I think what's different this time is, and that's why I think that like $400,000, $500,000 Bitcoin, and you've got the CEO of BlackRock out there saying it's a value asset. I think you're going to see so much institutional money come in, and again, regulation, right, Zach? You and I talk about it all the time.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were right. 69,000, Zach. I apologize. I called you out on 67. Bitcoin's hit 69,000. So you were right.
At the peak. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere close to 70.
Yeah, but
I think I found it here.
But I think that's the bottom line, right? I think that what people are not expecting is the sheer amount of institutional money. And I'm also putting into that the 1% of Fidelity and Schwab and those big money managers going to their richest people and going, okay, put 1% of your entire portfolio into crypto. There you go. Buy our Bitcoin ETF, whatever, right? I mean, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be massive. So,
No doubt.
There's the link for you, Zach.
Oh, sweet.
Post in the chat there.
Did you put it in private? Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Did you guys actually listen to this interview, by the way, with Natalie Brunell and her? It was really good. Okay, so let's check this out. Public companies, 240. Okay, there's your value, 8 billion. So what's the market cap now? A little over 600 billion. Is that right? What's the market cap? Let's see.
Yeah, and by the way, the numbers growing.
Billion.
Yeah, look at the top of the screen, Zach. Hold on, go back. Look at the top of the screen. The Bitcoin. Go back up. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance 2 days ago was basically 50%. It's up 3%.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's so much capital going into Bitcoin right now.
Yeah,
that's why these.
I didn't know. I would have said companies owning Bitcoin was a bigger number than that. That shows you that there's what, $8 billion companies, institutional money that own Bitcoin. Now, I think that number is bigger because I think there's companies that hide behind, that they're not like MicroStrategy, right? So I think the number is bigger, but that's actually not as big as I thought it was.
Actually, I agree with you there. I thought it would be more. Yeah.
Yeah, and ETF. Tesla, this makes sense.
Tesla surprised me.
countries is interesting. Do you know U.S. is the 4th largest holder of Bitcoin because of all the confiscated Bitcoin they have?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
From,
And
like,
that
Silk
freaked
Road
everybody
and
out for a while. Yeah,
I know what they're
MicroStrategy,
doing.
Marathon. Well, Marathon's a miner, so that's part of it. Hut 8's a mining. So EMAC here. I'm sorry, I was looking at this. So this is
Oh,
what
I thought you were
EMAC just
talking about
dropped in.
company.
So top 5 is MicroStrategy, Marathon, Hut 8, mining, Coinbase Global, Square. So yeah, but 2 of those are mining companies. You
Yeah.
know, Merit isn't a Merit the Marathon. I think. Well, maybe not. I think maybe I'm confusing that with somebody. Marathon, isn't that a Bitcoin mining company? I feel like
I
they
think
are.
so. Yeah. I think they're a mining company. Yeah, Marathon.
Marathon.
Coinbase is up there. Galaxy
Has been mining
Digital.
Bitcoin since 2010. Yeah, they mine
Marathon
Bitcoin.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a Bitcoin
If you
miner.
hit
Yeah,
news beside them there, it'll tell you what they do.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. This is a cool little site too.
Yeah, it is actually. I just found it. Quick Google
Hell yeah.
search.
I'm gonna keep that up. Actually, this is a cool little thing to reference.
The Google.
The Google.
The
I'm the
good
Google
old
master.
Google.
I have the googly eyes. I'm
You
sorry.
gotta love it. Yeah, but what do you think? I mean, Kathy Wood, do you think she's going to be right again? She was right on Tesla. She bet big, and she said similar things about Tesla.
You know what? I always do this. Cut it in half. 700,000 for Bitcoin? Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take that.
2030? I mean, yeah. I mean, ARK is one of the smartest companies, and her people are, yeah, they're good. So,
Want to hear what she had to say? Let's see if this works.
nope, no audio.
No audio?
No, Jeff, didn't you figure that out the other day?
I think I got to turn my echo cancellation off this time, and then we'll be echoing and all this
Nah,
crap.
we don't need to listen. We don't need the echo. It took us
I
forever
think
to
there's
get
a way you can turn it on through StreamYard, but yeah, I can't remember how.
It's a pain in the ass. It should be able just to turn it on and it works.
Yeah. But definitely check that out. I'll drop the, you know what? I'll drop the link in for everybody who wants to check it out. Definitely check out that 5-6 minute clip. It's a good one. Yeah.
All right. So y'all want to do like final thoughts or something? Anybody? Bueller.
Bueller.
My son doesn't get that reference. He's like, "Who's Bueller, Dad?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
Got a lot
You're
to
failing,
get
Austin.
learn.
I am. I'm failing as a dad. I'm single dad for now. My wife went to Lake Tahoe. Okay, Zach, she's out there for a business
Oh,
meeting.
no way.
Yeah.
Love Lake Tahoe, man.
Love the Tahoe.
Love Tahoe.
I've never been there. It's funny. She's been there like 4 times. She's like, yeah, we've been to Lake Tahoe. I'm like, you've been to Lake Tahoe. I've never fucking been there.
Beautiful out there, man.
Beautiful.
I mean, beautiful.
Beautiful.
You fly into Reno there, and then you just drive up the mountain for like 40
Yeah.
minutes, and it just starts getting greener and greener
Yeah.
and greener and greener.
Fly out to Reno, whatever.
See
I went
that.
to Oak Island on the weekend.
Such a
It's like
boom.
drove 3
Where's that
hours. It's in Nova Scotia. Did you ever see the Curse of Oak Island, the TV show?
I don't think so.
Oh, is that where they're
Oh.
trying to find the
The
treasure?
treasure? Yeah.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
to quit watching it because it drove me crazy because you get about 15 minutes worth of content in an hour-long show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, we
texting
found this
Boca the whole
piece of
time. I'm
wood.
like, look at this picture. I was like taking pictures from my hotel room and stuff. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Don't get me started
Yeah.
on Discovery Channel and all that crap. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
So
Wonder if they
wait,
have any
one more.
Bitcoin down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, Zach.
I'm just kidding.
One more plug for
Yeah.
Angela. Let's get her to 200 subs. Here, I got it on. Let me see here.
Hey, we got to plug our own.
Oh, where'd she go?
I took her away. Sorry. We got to.
Where'd I go?
You're there. You're back.
All right. Moving me around.
I'm sharing, Austin, if you let me share.
I don't want to.
This is her channel, guys. So 15 of you, come on over. She's getting what are you doing these days with content, Angela? What's your little bit of everything?
Yeah, I've been doing news. I've been trying to follow, Cardano. What's this?
I'm
What's
covering
this?
up Angela's face on purpose.
Oh my God.
Find a lot of wood.
So anyways,
on Oak Island.
covering some Cardano. I got a Pepe video coming out here soon. Some Bitcoin, Solana. Yeah,
Nice.
all kinds of stuff. I've actually The community I'm in right now, you guys know Preem, right? Jonathan Manis's. Yeah. So we had a couple of Preem investors get scammed over the weekend, and they dumped hard on the chart. And the community came back and bought up the dip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a really comprehensive security video, like on how to safeguard your wallet and stuff like that. Because you guys know I'm really big on education, right? So I'm going to make like a really, really like well put together video about wallet safety and stuff.
I love it.
Something for everybody, right?
About?
And I'm going to send it to Austin so that he can learn. And yeah, he needs to learn how to say about.
I think that was a shot at me, man. That's not nice.
Yeah.
All right. So hey,
you can put it on while you're driving your big truck to Taco
yeah.
Bell, right? To get your lunch and your
All right, we're plugging. I'm plugging. Look at this. Angela, you were right. Doesn't this piss you off? I have 154 subscribers and I have zero content.
I hate you. It's like I'm like struggling over here. It's like, oh.
All right.
Man.
I have to beat Angela at my channel that has no content, which just pisses her off.
He's like, oh, I'm just gonna make a channel. I'm gonna call it Stock Austin. I'm like, oh, how original. And I'm gonna like, beat you in like 2 days. I'm like, okay.
I'm ripping off Stock Mo too. There we go. So, all right, link in the description below. Zach's got a stock channel he's starting too, but go subscribe to my channel. But we need to get Angela her channel.
Come on, guys. I gotta beat Austin. Come on. I don't even take naps.
Definitely.
I don't even take naps.
I do.
All right, if we're doing all the plugging and stuff.
So
Let me plug.
Did you find it? There it is.
So here we go. We got a couple. We got I got to change this constant. I don't know why that's even there. But we got 3 other channels. Grow with Zach, which I posted there 2 days ago. Stocks with Zach, and then Travel with Zach. I got a bunch of YouTube shorts up on the travel channel already. So
oh, that's sick.
We're gonna have a bunch of videos coming out.
Zach was out in Amsterdam for a week. I mean, he's living his best life, man. It just,
So yeah, come on over, check us out.
And I'm over here like, can I afford to order a pizza? I mean, Zach's in Amsterdam, friggin' red light district and stuff. Like
he's over there having a good time.
No, it's good for you, man.
Just because one bull run, that's all it takes. But we need another one to kind of set us all up for hopefully a while, right?
Yeah,
that's the plan.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I was ready yesterday, and then it actually happened yesterday.
Oh, I was grumbling yesterday. I was running around going, we need something, and I'm like, there it is. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Finally got man. That was a shot in the arm we needed, though, for sure, huh?
Yeah, Austin, you did like 15 videos yesterday or something, didn't you?
Well, here's what happened. Truth be told, right? I had like 4, and I was watching the Texas Ranger, Houston Astros, ALCS game, and I was like, I saw like my views were up. I'm like, what? So I went and made like 4 more.
Oh my god! Hey guys, that's why you need to subscribe to me. I'm just genuinely here for you. Austin's like, give me the views.
Oh man, that's
what a view whore.
Wow.
I know, right?
What a view whore.
Give me the views. I'll take the views. Exactly. Man, y'all are throwing me under the bus today. Goodness gracious.
Crowd, man.
Goodness. What is this? Tom Emmer has been officially nominated for House Speaker. He's pro crypto and pro XRP. Look out, Gary. Ooh, I like that. Oka giving us some alpha there. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Nice.
He's been officially nominated, but he now has to be approved.
Do you guys not have a House Speaker yet?
Oh, it's the
last one. Yeah,
it's a shit show.
Damn. So dramatic in U.S. politics. It's kind of funny.
Shocking. Really is. It's very polarizing.
I just pay attention just because it's funny.
Very polarizing. Very, 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 very. And then there's where I live, and I don't know her name, but she's a really hardcore conservative. I know where she lives, and she doesn't want anybody to know she lives here because she's a friend of a friend. She gets death threats. My point, I'm actually, Angela, I'm agreeing with you, right? She's very pro-conservative Republican, and no one knows she lives there. Her house is like behind 3 companies. It's like it's this weird thing. So she's just
have like a moat
away from me though. If there was a bombing, I'd be okay. It's like
you live over there. I'd have like a moat and a drawbridge, and I'd be like, nobody's coming over on my island.
Yeah, it's crazy here. Politics. People are very strong. They really care. Somebody's asking where to buy XRP. You can buy it on Coinbase today. I know that for sure. It's probably, I'm assuming, Zach, it's back on crypto.com and all that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is. Yeah. I know it's on Coinbase for sure.
I bought it on Coinbase.
Yeah, I think
83 cents, baby. Bought it the day that it came back. And it's like,
Good job, Austin. FOMO. That was
he
FOMO.
FOMO'd in.
I was like, hey, it's going to go up from here. Nope. It went back down. There you go. Zach for speaker.
Zach, speaker
No,
house.
thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want that job.
No, we don't want that. That wouldn't be a good thing.
I don't want that job.
So Zach, when are you heading to Florida?
I don't know yet. This time last year I was already down there. I
It's
felt
not
like
really cold yet though where you're at, right? Is it really bad?
it's not too bad yet. It's getting there. But hanging out with family, a lot right now, and grandparents are all still around on Earth, so spending some time with them.
Excuse me.
So,
Excuse me. That's cool.
yeah. I don't know exactly when I'm going to go. I'm probably going to get down to Texas, though. I want to get down to Texas, actually, soon.
I'll be sure to leave if you come.
Aw.
What the hell?
Man.
All right.
Show them around and stuff, Austin. Come on now.
Right. Angela, how many
on your
subs
back,
you
take
at?
him for a walk.
I'm going to go to Austin and San Antonio, not Dallas.
Not Dallas. Angela, how many subs you at now?
191.
Woo, we need
Let's
9
go.
more.
Let's go.
Drop your link again there, and drop your link in there, Angela, and get somebody. I'll go sub.
Let's get it.
Did you not sub me yet?
I have.
You
I was
better.
like-
Doing it
like-
right
I was
now.
like-
He's doing it right now.
I bet you he didn't. No,
He's
there's
doing it
no
right
way.
Y'all both can just jump off a bridge.
I don't know, because I looked. It said like you can see your biggest accounts that sub you, and like Zach's at the top. I've got like Adam Shelton. I don't see Austin anywhere. So
Oh,
All right, hold on.
you
Let
didn't
me
know I
see.
knew that, did you?
Yeah, he didn't sub.
Hold on. Hold, please. Hold on. Now you got
Wow.
me. Now you got me. I gotta go look. Hold on. Let me go check this shit out.
Oh man.
Busted.
Y'all can talk trash to me all
Here, I thought you were my
want.
biggest fan.
I am subscribed, and I'm going to show you. And no, I did not just do this.
Let me see if I'll see if it went up. If it was him.
Let's see. How do I?
193. Oh, damn you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not true. It was already there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not true. It was already there. All right, I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm just gonna just to do it.
He's gonna unsubscribe and then resubscribe down the road when I'm like big and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, I know her.
I used to know her when.
I used to know her."
She used to be my friend. So you did a deal on what's the FTX SBF's girlfriend? What was her name?
Caroline Ellison.
Caroline. I see you did a video on
Sweet
that.
Caroline.
Yeah. So is she because here's the thing, and I'm actually asking Angela, I don't know if you, and this is not, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I haven't been paying attention. So I know she's the main key witness against him, right? Or was. Is she going to serve any time or anything?
Yeah, she's actually on the hook for, oh boy, I don't know, was it 100 years or I don't know, but she's been cooperating though. I think she's going to make a deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's trying to play the, oh, I'm the innocent
He forced me.
female victim, and
Bullshit.
he kind of tricked me. I didn't really know what he was doing, but I kind of did. But yeah, she's playing a game for sure. I mean, you're facing that much time. I mean, who wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has hard feelings there, I think, with the relationship, so she's gonna talk. So
Yeah, I saw that you did a video on that, but
yeah,
you're covering a lot of good stuff. What's been let me see your biggest view here. Popular, your most Preem token, 742 views. Mithril.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your Cardano Mithril.
yeah, I hit the algorithm on that one big time.
I see you did a BitBoy one. Have you looked at any of that? I honestly, he still pops up in my feed. He's back on his channel doing well, right? I mean, again, I feel for the guy. Everything's good there. Have you been
I
tracking
think
that?
so. I pop in on his live stream every now and then just for like 5 or 10 minutes just to see what he's talking about. It seems he's kind of trying to move on, I think, but I
Yeah.
think he still has a lot of hurt feelings, obviously. And yeah,
Yeah.
he hasn't gotten his company back. I don't think he has his Lambo, nothing like that. But it's really hard to feel for somebody when their main gripe is, oh, they stole my Lambo. Okay, well, my Volkswagen Jettas are sitting out in my yard. I mean, I'm sorry you lost your Lambo, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I get
Yeah,
it. I get it. All
yeah.
right. It's cool. Well, not a fan
Yeah.
of BitBoy anymore. Too much fluff. Yeah. Bokeh's back in channel. There you go. Trump's the king. There we go.
Trump. Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. By the way, I was subscribed to you. I don't want to hear any shit to that, but I was. So, let's
Yeah.
see how many you're at right now. You're at 196. You're 4 away.
Ooh, come
Somebody
on,
get
guys. 4.
Oh, now.
Come on. Come
4.
on now.
That's awesome.
As a sidebar, I thought the craziest part of the whole FTX thing was like how they had crazy sex orgies. You guys catch all that? Did you guys catch that
Mhm.
part of it?
I
Oh, yeah.
didn't.
Oh my god, dude, that was the most
Didn't?
interesting part. Yeah, like that's the one
How
part I
did
was
you not
like,
hear about that?
yeah. How didn't you hear?
I must have been napping. Just I'm going to say it before somebody else jumps all over me about it.
I mean,
Selective
that's
hearing is a
very
thing, man.
plausible.
Selective hearing.
Select. I do have that with my wife though.
The old man hearing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Or
I
like
don't
their
even
ears
listen
keep
to that.
getting bigger, but they never ever actually hear anything. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
My
look at this.
grandpa just
Mocha.
takes-
Of course, Zach caught that.
exactly. My grandpa takes out his hearing aids whenever he doesn't want to hear anything. So
Well, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you do. That's what
it's
you
like,
do.
you know what? Nope. Don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it. No, I heard I read the deal where they had money tied up in a Chinese exchange. They tried to get it out, and then they ultimately spent like they gave $100 million bribe to finally get their money out. I heard that. I read that or saw that. I'm like, oh my God. Because they didn't care. It wasn't their money. They were giving away all their depositors' money.
Right.
It's insane,
Crazy.
Oh man.
I wonder if we'll ever see anything come back towards the SEC about it.
I don't know.
Because Gary obviously met with them. I mean,
Oh, sure he did.
we know he did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure he did.
He
Absolutely.
hit it. He's
I
supposed
wonder
to
if he
disclose
was
that.
like getting paid off.
Had to have been. How is he not getting paid though? Like somebody's got to be paying him to screw up crypto, or he has a vendetta.
It's just the agenda, and that's really what it is. It's the agenda. It's the narrative. This is we wanted to kind of be this for a little bit. I've said this in many videos, right? I think I mean, I'm not saying it's conspiracy and blah blah blah. I'm just saying I think that crypto is still big enough for them to manipulate, or small enough rather, and they did, and they have been. Period. I believe that.
Yeah. I wonder how much crypto Gary owns himself.
Probably a ton.
Probably a ton.
What's the senator, Zach, we talk about that she's made 200 million?
Loomis?
No.
No,
she's
no, the other one.
Oh, Nancy.
Nancy. Her salary is what, 200,000 a year or something, and yet she has a portfolio. She's worth $200 million from a stock portfolio.
And her husband is the best options trader of all time.
All time.
Yeah, no manipulation there whatsoever.
Just happens to be the Speaker of the House's
insider
husband.
trading.
Yeah.
All time.
No insider trading there at all.
No, he's just really good at what he does.
So good. So good. So good.
Oh, that's crazy.
Do you think people in politics should be exempt from trading?
I think they shouldn't be allowed to do it. Period.
But then you would have worse people in politics because they'd be like, no, and I don't even know. Like,
that's a big old bag of snakes there. I'll tell you.
I don't even know what you do with that, to be honest.
But I mean, that's an example. You can't tell me that there is not insider trading going on there. Period. And yet, nothing's being done or any of that kind. I mean, come on, seriously.
No, because the people who would do something about it are them, and they're like, nah, I'm not going to rat on myself.
Right.
Then they're guilty too. Oh, all that shit. So it's all corrupt.
Yeah. Boca has me down all these rabbit holes now. I'm like starting to realize like how bad government and conspiracies are, and yeah, it's funny.
What's he
Oh,
got?
no.
Not that I'm like a big conspiracy theorist, but I'm starting to
2 away.
realize more. I think. Let's go, guys! 2.
2 away. Somebody go sub over on Angela's channel. Drop the link in again there for you guys. Pelosi's a prime example of insider trading. Yep. SHIB. I think SHIB's going to go back to its all-time high with the next run. We talked about Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin. I mean, here's the thing. Bitcoin goes to 100 plus thousand and pulls every other major crypto up. It will pull SHIB up. We're 10x away. Now, you're talking about a 42 billion. Okay, do y'all believe this? Do you think that SHIB will go to a $42 billion market cap? Because that's basically what it was when we were at the all-time high. With Bitcoin's in this scenario, Bitcoin's north of 100,000, Ethereum's north of 4,000, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that SHIB's going to be 40 plus billion market cap? Go.
Yes.
Ooh, no one wants to jump in on that one.
I was waiting. I was waiting for. Yeah, no, I agree.
I do.
I agree. The rest of the market will get propped up. I mean, it's pretty much SHIB's pretty much where everything else is, like what 8 to 10x away from their all-time high, give or take. The majority of like top cryptos are kind of right there.
Yeah.
Everybody shoots off about the price. So, we have Shibarium come out and everything, and the price hasn't really moved up. Well, neither has the rest of the market. And we need Bitcoin to drive the rest of the market. That's still the way it is right now. So unfortunately,
That was
that's
one
it.
of the smartest things you ever said there, Angela. Somebody, you need to go say that again, record and bottle that shit, because that's really what it comes down to. It does. It comes, actually what you just said, I hadn't really thought about it in that term. I mean, obviously we cover SHIB every single day, but it is that. It is, we all said in our own coverage that SHIB was never going to go up exponentially because of Shibarium or Metaverse or whatever, because it's being hemmed in by what all of crypto is doing. It wasn't going to go to 40 billion by itself.
No, we need the overall like Bitcoin and the overall market really to move up in order for us to see, more money coming into projects like SHIB. But they're setting themselves up, same as XRP, right? They're setting themselves up for when that does happen. And then people are going to be like, okay, well, what are some reputable projects that we can put our money into? And XRP and SHIB and them, they're going to be the ones that come up. So it's just my opinion.
Well, I think all the top guys, Cardano, Polygon, all those guys, I think will all be, all be that. Wells Fargo said, was this Chad? Wells Fargo said $500 XRP in 7 months. I don't believe that. There's not that. I mean, Zach, you have that website what's that website you use if the price of a token gets to this?
Oh yeah.
What would XRP's market capitalization be if it was $500?
Oh gosh.
That's nuts.
What the hell is that website? I always forget. Oh, the Coin Perspective.
Yeah.
Let's check her. Shout out to Oscar Ramos. I got this from Oscar.
Yeah.
How much?
$500. So you're sharing, you're using a different screen, so you need to share it.
Oh, it's I need to show you guys something else after this too. Oh shit. There you go.
26.7 trillion. No, I'm sorry.
What?
Seriously.
That's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
I mean,
no.
That's what I love when people say this kind of shit. It's like, oh yeah, 500. No, it's not.
No.
$5-10 realistic? Sure. $500? No.
Yeah, Chad. And by the way, Chad, we're not saying you're wrong. We're saying Wells Fargo's wrong. 26 trillion. That's insane, right? So
there's your $5. That still looks pretty. That still looks pretty nice.
So 5. Yeah. See, I did a video the other day talking about the $7 is reasonable. In the next bull run, that's double its all-time high. Stuff like that, right? Give or take. So yeah, that would be what 20 whatever 30 billion or something market cap. I could see that. Oh no, is that what it is? No, what's it? Its market cap is big right now.
Yeah.
Is Foxy at 200 yet? 200 subs.
Bang, banger.
See, I would have been at 199, but Austin finally subbed, so good now.
You can just piss off. Piss off.
Guys, You got to see this shit.
All right, hold on. What do you mean? What do you got? All right, okay, add this.
This is way more important than anything right now.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. Yeah, buddy.
I mean, is anybody really surprised?
The Duchess of DeFi.
How does, can I say this? How does Bitcoin get a wife and a side chick? Or how does Bitcoin, or BitBoy? Did I say BitBoy? Yeah, I meant BitBoy.
Wife
How does
and a
BitBoy get a wife and a side chick? I'm like,
you
I
know,
just don't know. Just,
the Lambo
there's
must
hope out there for everybody. I mean, like, geez.
The Duchess.
But you know what? Good for BitBoy's wife for not taking his shit.
Bethany is out. Duchess in.
I feel bad for his kids. That's gonna be.
Yeah, I do too.
He goes on.
Oh. Okay. I'm proud of what I was. Okay. I'll give. Yeah, here's the thing. I'll give Ben credit. He's living in the public. He's sharing it all. You know, he is just everything is out there. You know, I couldn't. I just he's sharing it all.
Marriage is hard, very hard. People change over time.
I get the whole grow apart thing. I mean, I'm gonna get divorced, so you know, I get it. Get it.
It's tough. I mean, I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
Going forward, I want my personal life to be less in the public, but ripping the Band-Aid off here is what had to occur. You'll see Cassie on the channel and around more and more. At this point, the best all of us can do is move forward together.
Okay.
I wonder if he'll have a GoFundMe now for his divorce.
He just couldn't. He just had to go there, didn't you?
You can't help it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we got Foxy to 200 subs. Y'all need to get. She's creating some good stuff. You guys watch her over there. So I think let's take it home.
50K per month for the side chick.
Yeah. Okay, it's just drama.
Yeah,
she was the one that brought that steak deal, eh? She was making like $50,000 a month commission.
Oh, really? So that's
that
was.
I'm pretty sure that was her. Yeah,
really?
That was like an over $1 million deal. Yeah, a month, I think.
Steak.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
They're a big company. I mean, I know Drake and all those people who were on like they were making stupid amounts of money.
It's just gambling, right? But it's got you can use crypto. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Sports betting, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I always wondered about that, Angela, that because I haven't gone and looked at YouTube's guidelines, but you know, I was always wondering about that. Like YouTube has a problem with like a stake being a sponsor of a channel and you know, like gambling content. I just don't know the YouTube's guidelines, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I know gambling in certain areas it's limited. Like I know here in Nova Scotia, we're only really supposed to gamble through the government. I mean,
well, because they want their cut. They want to make the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in Texas, I haven't looked. I don't use any of the apps. I don't think the apps work in Texas. They work where you're at though, no, Zach? No, you have to go to they do work in Ohio?
Yeah, Ohio just legalized it. I mean, here I can show you. There's a good map of this. Because this is important, right?
Well, I know you could use a VPN. I know. I'm acutely aware. I know. So.
Oh, you know what that is?
I do know what it is.
Kidding. I'm just kidding.
Smart ass. Smart ass. Smart ass. Smart ass.
Here you go.
You haven't added it or shared it.
Here we go. Let's see.
So we're just talking about random stuff today. We still got 200 plus people here with us.
I know these people are just like, hanging out.
You
guys are awesome. Hanging out. Take out my garbage later.
Hanging at the So see, Texas is not one. Look at the Bible Belt right there. Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, just straight up. You know,
the Bible Belt. Is that what it comes down to?
It's part of it. Truthfully, it is.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
No, it definitely is. Here's an updated one. Here you go. Legal and live. It's pretty much legal and live. It's getting legal and live everywhere now. That's the green.
Yeah, legislation pending. See, look at Texas, Oklahoma are the last one of the last holdouts,
and South Carolina and Georgia, which makes sense.
You guys can carry your guns to the store to buy lettuce, but you're not allowed to bet.
I can open carry my gun on my I
Which
can
is
walk
so
around with an
crazy.
AK with it not an AK with an AR-15 loaded, and nobody. And I'd walk right past the cop, and go, "Hey, what's up, dude?" He'd be like, "See ya."
But you can't get on DraftKings.
You can't get on DraftKings, baby.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Oh man,
That is
that's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, no, I can.
Yeah, Florida's illegal too. Oh,
I've done it
completely
before.
illegal.
I've carried my 9mm on, and I've just like carried it for a day. And you'll walk into like a grocery store, and people. I had this one time. This lady, she jumped about 4 feet. She's like, "Oh my god, you have a gun!" I'm like, "Yes, I did." You're not allowed to
Also
carry
got
that.
a big truck.
I apologize. That's not true. I said, number one, I do have a license to carry, but the secondly, in the state of Texas, it's called open carry. If you don't have a felony, you can carry. Period. So,
Bang.
oh yeah.
Here in Canada, we're
Sport-
not even allowed to buy handguns anymore. So
Oh no. Well,
Here's a Canadian statistic. Sports betting legalization frees huge Canadian demand. Forecast users and penetration rate of online sports betting from 2017 to 2027 in Canada and the UK. Oof.
damn.
So it's on the rise. That's big money there, man.
Mhm. Massive.
this is
Crazy.
Yeah.
Baby sharks.
Love the
Gift
game.
cards for guns in Hawaii. Don't do it. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Gift cards
Yeah.
for guns in Hawaii? That's a thing?
They're
Is that you mean turning them in?
they're basically saying we'll give you a gift card if you'll give us your guns.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They talked about that in Canada too. I'm not giving mine up.
Oh, dude. So what's the law though? I mean, if you own a gun, you're good. You just can't go buy a new one.
I can buy long arms. I
Yep.
can buy, yeah. We obviously don't have automatic or anything like that, but there's restrictions on, size of your clips and all that stuff. But I can't. I was gonna go get my restricted license, which would allow me to buy a handgun, but they're not even selling them anymore. Like I can't.
Wow.
You can't go buy a handgun now. Before, if you had a license, you're allowed to take it to a range and back to your house, but that was it. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to really do anything with it. So.
I mean, it's so weird. I got pulled over one night. I was in like a small Texas town. It was dark. I ran a stop sign, didn't see it. And it turned out I got pulled over by a sheriff, and he walked up and I rolled my window down. I handed him my license, and he said, "Thank you." He said, "Do you have a firearm in this truck?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I do." He said, "Where is it at?" I said, "It's on my hip right now." He said, "Is it loaded?" I said, "Yes, sir." And I handed him my license to carry, and he looked at my license to carry, my license. And he said, "I appreciate you helping out. Thank you. Have a great night." That's Texas, baby.
Yeah.
You're legal, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're
I mean, yeah,
and you're
yeah.
honest.
Yeah. Well, in
That's-
the law enforcement in Texas, pretty much now open carry is different, but because I have a license, which means I've gone through the course and all this other stuff, their attitude is we like you guys and gals who are legally licensed to carry because we view it as like, you guys are you're helping out, if you will. Right. So yeah, no, it was funny.
It's funny because it's like the total opposite in Canada. It's like, yeah, we have licenses and we're doing things right, but they still keep putting restrictions on us. But that doesn't stop the bad guys from getting
No,
guns and
of course
doing whatever
not.
they want. It's just putting more restrictions on the people who are law-abiding citizens, right? So
That's what it comes down to.
yeah.
All right. Well,
So we've really covered everything.
we have covered it.
Covered everything. I love
Yeah.
it.
All right. So we'll end there, guys. All right. So thanks for hanging out with us. Angela, we got you to, what do we get you to? Let's see.
What's 200? I haven't refreshed.
200.
Texas is almost good as South Dakota.
200's
I like
true.
South Dakota. The bad
200.
one.
I'm at 200.
200.
Guys rock.
Yeah, it's tough though.
Thank you,
It's
guys.
tough building a channel in this market. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It definitely is. I mean, you can put out the best content, and it's like, if we're not in a bull run or in a bull market, or things are just looking crappy every single day, it's tough.
Yeah, look, you've done
Yeah.
145 videos and you have 200 subs.
Yep.
I didn't know you've done that many. Well, you had
did a
some
lot, yeah.
content on there before, didn't you? You had some like your trails and
No.
stuff. No, that's all crypto.
No, I
content?
have another channel for Jeep related stuff. Yeah,
So this is all crypto content.
it's
140.
all crypto. Yeah.
See, that shows me how bearish the market is. Cause I know when you started, I told you, you got to basically do 100 videos to kind of prove to the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. So you're at 145 and it's still just grinding. Wow.
Yeah. And I'm using all the tools and all the good stuff. And yep.
Oh, you're doing everything right.
But
That's great.
I'll keep going. I mean, I'm not
Doing the
going
thing.
anywhere. I'm gonna keep grinding. Eventually I'll hit it.
Yep. Oh, it'll turn.
Yeah.
David, yeah, you can trade on Mexi.
For what?
I have a Mexi account. David Gressner in the chat.
Yeah, for to trade what asset, like XRP and stuff, or what?
I think whatever. I've traded a few things on there. I think he's asking if he can just use it in the United States. I think, right?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You access Mexi. You don't use a VPN or anything, do you, Zach?
Nope.
No. Okay. No, I think you're fine.
Should be good.
Mike, no issue with carrying an AK on your back as long as no one's. What's that? It's not an AK, it's an AR. You carry an AK-47, I think somebody's gonna have an issue with that. But yeah, in Texas we have ARs. I mean, here's the funny thing. On a final note, Angela, I'm gonna buy my son an AR-15. That's Texas, baby. And
just in case.
He's 15 and he legally, now he's not going to go out and walk around with it. He's going to use it when we go to the ranch and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just
you
where
probably
you live.
teach him all the safe handling and all that stuff.
I do love that though. Like I can go buy an AR, but boy, don't you want to bet? Don't bet on FanDuel or sport or whatever.
Jeez.
Can't drink a beer.
Can he even drive yet? Does he even drive yet?
He has his permit. He can drive with me in the truck, and then when he's 16, he'll get his license, and then he can drive. Yes.
You're gonna get him a Jeep, I'm assuming.
No, I'm buying him. I know you're gonna hate it. I'm buying him a truck, and it's gonna be a Ford.
Oh my God, another one.
Sweet truck, by the way.
Huh?
A sweet truck.
Yeah, he's getting a cool truck. He's gonna get a cool truck. Yeah.
He'll probably get one of those trucks on like 22s and like these little tiny tires, and it like jumps around and stuff, right?
Because I'm the one who has to pay for that shit. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Not
yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, we've ran this into the ground. All right, we'll go. All right, we'll see you guys. Have a good one.
Thank
Later.
you.
Go make
Peace.
some money. Bye.
Make some money. Have a nap.
Yeah.